Shall we start, Prabhu?
Okay, bro. Sure.
Okay. So what we were saying is Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining. So for my personal benefit, very simplistically, whatever Prabhupada has said, just copy paste abridged version for understanding in a very chapter by chapter form. We are trying to complete Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapters. Uh, the practice we follow will be first we will do the recap of the previous chapters so that continuity is maintained. Not every shloka we are covering, but key messages and key shlokas. So end to end we will try to cover. We will do a very active participation. Everybody, I've requested Shankar Prabhu to because once the PPT is on, I'll not be able to see who all have joined. Pramod Prabhu, Hare Krishna. So Mamta Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam.
Prabhuji.
So we were just
Long
sharing.
time to listen your voice, Prabhu.
Which country now you are in?
Planet Earth.
Okay.
And country is UAE.
Haribol.
Very next to you.
Okay.
Just 2 minutes away from you.
Oh,
by
Haribol.
our car.
We were Hare Krishna Mausam Prabhu. We were just sharing.
We are very much here, Prabhu. We
Okay.
are not traveling.
Okay. Shankar Prabhu just appeared from two screens, so we were thinking if devotees can appear same time at two places, why Krishna cannot appear at all the places? so
Correct.
let's start today. It's not a very panditya kind of a seva. It is a very simple one, but hopefully Prabhupada gives us the mercy to keep it very basic understanding so that I can refresh the Bhagavad Gita. That is the idea behind it. So it is for everybody, whosoever wants to join. Hare Krishna. So Shankar Prabhu, one by one, when the devotees serve, you kindly guide them on that. I'm now going to share the screen. Oh, Prabhuji, can you, only host can share in this meeting?
Okay, 1 second.
No problem, Prabhuji. Here, I think Advait has switched on. Huh?
I did. Who make you host, Prabhu? You're host now.
Okay. So far, I'm host is okay. I shouldn't become ghost. Otherwise, big problem. Then somebody has to read Bhagavatam to get me rid out of that, like the Gokarna and Dundukari. Okay, where is share content? Here it is, share content screen. Yes. Okay. Hare Krishna. You can see the screen, Prabhuji's and Mataji's?
Yes.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, very quickly recap I will do, and then we can all the devotees can participate in this. So chapter 1 starts with observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So as we all know, you all know this, but it's a refresher. So Arjuna asked Krishna, please take me to the center of the two armies, both sides in the middle, so I can see with whom I am fighting. But the moment he saw, and Dhritarashtra is asking the question to Sanjay that what did my sons and Pandavas do? So he already differentiated that these are my sons and these are not actually my sons. And Arjun said, please take the chariot in the middle. And when he saw his relatives, his guru, see the irony, one side guru is supposed to be representative of Krishna in this universe, and other side, if the guru is not Krishna conscious, then they get killed. So much so message in this. So when Arjun said, when he saw this, his body started trembling, mouth dried up, he was unable to stand, And in fact, he said, let them kill me, let the Kauravas kill me. It's better I live begging. Now, a Kshatriya king saying that I might as well do begging. This is Krishna is showing through his example. He is eternal associate of Lord Krishna, Nar Narayan. But he is showing that in this material world, how much senses and mind can control the soul with the help of the roaming senses, that he himself became, he said, I will live by begging, I don't want to fight. And he sat down, practically he sat down, Bhagavad Gita tells us, he said, I'm not going to fight. And then Krishna starts in chapter 2. He starts with a smile actually. And then the summarization, chapter 2, Prabhupada gives the title as Contents of Bhagavad Gita Summarized. And Krishna says, Arjun, why are you worrying to fight? There was no time when you were not there, I was not there, and these guys were not there. And future all of us will be there. Body changes from boyhood to youthhood to old age. And like this, on this logic, after leaving this body, it takes another new body. It could be spiritual, it could be material, depending on what we have done. And important message he gives, don't worry about the problems. They come and go like the seasons. Tam tatikshva bharata. Please learn to tolerate. Don't worry about the problems. Yes, it is difficult to tolerate, but you have to tolerate. If Krishna himself is saying tolerate, like it or not, tolerate. And then he gives the important information that the soul, there is no birth, death, and material substances cannot do anything to it. Whether be it fire, water, air, anything, nothing can be done to soul, because soul is a different substance itself. And just like famous shloka, just like the old vasansi jirnani, just like the old clothes are changed by a person when they are worn out, the soul changes the body. Then he says, if you neglect your duty, you will incur sin. And then famous shloka, karmanyavadi karaste, you have right to perform the duty, but you cannot say, I have done my duty, give me the fruit. That is not in your control, he says. So if you know all this, that there is no birth and death for the soul, why are you not doing your duty? Simply, that's what he is telling. Chapter 3, Karma Yoga, Prabhupada writes as the title. Famous shloka, and I personally my favorite, Na karmanam anarambhat nashkaramyam purushashnute. By not doing work, you are doing a bad work. This is so important for if I'm lazy, it's a fantastic piece of information that don't be lazy. If you don't do, that is also a bad work. And then he says, look, everybody has come in this material universe because definitely, Prabhupada used to say, everybody actually is a criminal. Meaning what? Everybody has got some kind of sense gratification need. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. The degrees may vary. Of course, the Nitya Siddha are different, those who come to preach like Prabhupada. So, he says, look, please accept this fact that everybody has some sense gratification. Don't be a pretender. Don't try to show, no. If somebody inside is on the sense gratification thing, but at the time, internally thinking of the sense gratification, externally showing, no, I don't do any sense gratification, that he says is a pretender. Rather than that, Krishna has made the arrangements to gratify the senses within Krishna consciousness, which actually converts the sense gratification into spiritual gratification. For example, food is sense gratification, prasad is spiritual gratification. So he has given that method. He said, by better use this way, you will lose the taste for matter and you will raise the taste, which is higher taste. Because forcefully, nobody can give up any taste. It's only when you choose the higher taste. And then he says, therefore, you should do karma for me. Yagyartho karma anyatra go lokoyam karma bandhana. Unless you do work for me, you will be tied to this, because the result comes to the person who does it. If you do for yourself, you get the result, material result. Then he says, food eating without offering is sin. Because everything which is materially done without offering will this bondage. So food is also like that. That also will put us in a sense gratification mode. So he said, offering all work to me without profit, ownership without lethargy, stand up and fight. That's all. He's given so much of piece of information. Arjun asked very important question. We were meditating on this. This is extremely, it was actually a revelation to me. I didn't know this one until by Prabhupada mercy I could read this. He asks, and it is, so many people ask this question, why I am forced to being doing into an activity which is a wrong activity, a sinful activity. I don't want to do, but still I am doing. Krishna answers, lust is the reason, calm. And then he tells, if the lust is not complete, some hindrance coming, then I will become krodhit, I will become angry. So calm and krodh. If calm is not satisfied, krodh will come. And then he gives an extremely piece of knowledge. He says, which are the areas where lust is sitting. He gives the 3 places, senses, mind and intelligence. So this is a revelation that lust actually is sitting in intelligence also. Intelligence is supposed to monitor the mind, control the mind supposed to control senses, but lust is sitting in intelligence. So actually speaking, therefore Prabhupada writes that Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam, those who do Krishna consciousness activity, Krishna gives them the real intelligence, that is transcendental spiritual intelligence. Then only lust can be overcome, and then the other things can be controlled. Hence Krishna consciousness. Chapter 4. This is few, I think half of it we covered. We will go through it again. Yes, Prabhuji. Let's start.
Yeah. Bhagavad Gita 4.1 translation. The personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivaswan. And Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed to Ishwaku.
So he tells, look, I am not giving you some piece of information which is just manufactured yesterday. This is eternal science. I gave it to sun god. Yes, Prabhuji. Next devotee, please.
Mamta Mataji can
So
say the slogan.
go in the sequence, Prabhu, so that as per the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mamta Mataji.
Very good, Prabhu. I will have to recite the shloka first.
Up to you. If you want, you can do translation. I can do the shloka. Whatever you are comfortable with.
I will try, Prabhu.
Sure.
However, the pronunciation may
No
get
problem.
here and there. So, sorry for that.
No. When we are in the boat, there is no... Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Ajopi san avyayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakatim swan adhisthaya sambhavyam me atma mayaya
Wonderful.
sambhavyam atma mayana. Synonyms also?
No, just translation.
Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all living entities, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form.
Fantastic.
Jai
Very
Srila
good.
Prabhupada.
Thank you. So he's telling his biodata actually. Ajopi, I am unborn. Aja, unborn. San avyatma, avyaya. Vyaya means expenditure, avyaya means no expenditure. So he's saying, look, my body, my atma is used for both the things, atma and soul and for body. He's telling my body does not deteriorate, is never expended. And who am I? Bhutanam Ishvara. I am the Ishwar of all those who are born. So he gives his information. Now he is telling why Arjun, why anybody of us should listen to Krishna. He is telling, my dear, where else you will go and listen? I am telling you, I am the Lord of everybody. You full information he will give. So please listen to me. Yes, Prabhuji. Next.
Namaskar, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Danda Prabhuji.
Bhagavd shloka number 4.7 Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir abhyuthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamayam.
Haribol.
And translation by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself.
Now he is telling, look, who am I? And now I am standing in front of you because yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. See, one trick for the shlokas for me is that sometimes these are famous shlokas, but sometimes very difficult shlokas. If they are recited in the meter, Sanskrit does mercy and automatically you start speaking just like that. So the meter sometimes is also helpful. So he says yada yada hi dharmasya. Famous dialogue you all know. Whenever there is glani meaning decline of dharma. Hey Arjun, that time abhyuthana and predominance is of adharmasya. Adharm becomes predominant. Abhyuthan means adharm. Predominance abhyuthan means. So whenever the irreligion becomes predominant, tad atmanam, that with my transcendental body, sarjami, I manifest. And when does he appear? Yes.
Pramod Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Pramod Prabhu, are you there? Raghuraj Prabhu, can you please?
Sure. So 4.8 Paritranaaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanadaya sambhavami yuge yuge. The translation by Bhagavd Prabhupada, Sri Prabhupada. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium.
Famous shloka pictured in the Mahabharata serial as well. So why Krishna appears? Actually, you know, Vinashaya cha Dushkratam is a subset. Because if he glances, the energy creates the universe and he glances it completely, finishes it off. So Vinashaya cha Dushkratam, no big deal. He has to just look and finished. But Paritranaya Sadhunam, that is first it is given. For the deliverance of the sadhus, for the deliverance of the devotees actually, that is his prime, and to enjoy the relish, the rasa. That is why he actually appears. Yes, Prabhuji, Mataji.
Renuka Mother.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, I think it's not there. Sadhu Sevan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं यो वेति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नयति मामेति सो अर्जुन. Translation: One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode. Arjuna.
Hari Bol. Vasant Prabhu was telling this Prabhupada's famous shloka last time he was highlighting. Janma karma cha me divyam. So his janma and karma are divyam. Evam yo veti tatvata. One who knows this. Now, in spiritual, in devotional service, knowing and accepting are at the same level. For example, the kid can know about his parents by doing DNA test. But the kid can accept and still know the same truth without doing the DNA test, provided he gets the information from authority, which is his mother. Mother says, this is your father, I am your mother. He never questions. And it is equal to knowing, actually better than that. So one who knows that Krishna's birth and what he does are divya, transcendental, not material. One who accepts this, or he knows that to that person what happens, tyaktva deham. Tyaktva means to give up. Deham means body. When he gives up the tyaktva deham, his body or her body, Punarjanma, rebirth. Na iti does not happen. And what happens? Both the things is given. What will not happen and what will happen. Punarjanma na iti. Punarjanma, the rebirth will not happen. And mam iti, he will come to me. So Arjuna. So like this, and important thing is, he says, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo yah veti tatvata. Yo means anyone. It's not just for Arjun. He's telling Arjun, but he's saying anybody. So it applies to all. Please stop me if I'm going fast or if anything needs correction, clarification, question, whatever. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sorry, Prabhu, I can unmute myself. Prabhuji asked me to recite, I could not do.
Go ahead, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Prabhuji, anyway, someone wants to ask some question, looks like.
Okay, because I am not able to see the devotees' names and if anybody raises hand or anything, so you can interrupt and for that time you can unmute and ask. At that time only, no problem.
So I recite.
Continue.
Yeah. Ye yatha mam prayadyante tantastatva bhujamyaham mam vatmanuvantante manushyaha partha sarvasah. Meaning, as all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respect, O son of Partha.
Pratha. Wonderful. So, famous one. Ye yatha mam prapadyante. As one worships me or surrenders unto me, tans tathai bhajamyam. I also worship them in that. Literal translation, bhajamyam. If I were do chanting for Krishna, meaning he is also chanting for me. Literal meaning is that, take it in the rasa sense. Tans tathaiva. In the same proportion, I will do. 16 rounds done, he does 16 rounds. 1 round done, he does 1 round. Mama vartamanu vartante. Because everybody, mam means my, vartama, path, anuvartante. Everybody follows my path. Manushya partha sarvashaha. So Baba, why you should not do this? You should also follow. He is telling, not to him actually, but to us, to all of us he is telling. And as we discussed, this is a very basic minimum thing. Actually, this shloka in the rasa sense is not correct because he does not do what we do in the same proportion. He does not reward. He rewards much more. This is a basic minimum. Minimum he does is equal. Actually, his reward is much more. For example, Putana came to kill Krishna. So by this shloka, he should have just killed Putana. But no, he sent her, made Dhatri in the Goloka, meaning Krishna does not equal but much more. Hare Krishna. Next. Famous. Interesting one. We'll meditate today on this.
Sailaja Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Dhanavad.
Dandavat Pranam. Bhagavad Gita 4.18 translation. One who see in action a karma, in action karma, and action karma, in action karma is intelligent among men, and he is the transcendental position, although engaged in all sort of activities.
Mataji,
So,
Mataji,
if
1
one
minute.
is doing karma, action, fruitive work, does it as karma, in action. If one does a karma in action, that's his karma action. So, one who is in transcendental position basically does karma, work for Krishna.
Hari bol. Mataji,
Yes, Prabhu.
can you read the first para again without the words in the bracket?
Okay, Prabhu. One who sees in action, and action, in action is intelligent among men, and he is in the transcendental position, although engaged in all sort of activities.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So this is a tongue twister one, and by Prabhupada mercy only one can understand this. So inaction means akarma, and action means karma. So there are three types of actually karma. One is akarma, one is karma, one is akarma, and one is vikarma. It will come in the next shloka, I think. Three types. Karma is normal sense gratificatory work. That is karma. Second is vikarma. That is bad karma, killing somebody and getting its reaction. Third one is akarma. There is no material reaction. So see, Krishna has given that shloka earlier, karmanyavadi karasthe ma phaleshu kadachana. You have right to do your work, but have no right for the result. You have right to do work, karmanyava, but there the definition karm is defined here, or rather in the next shloka. What kind of karma? Everybody says karmanyavadi karasthe ma phaleshu kadachana. Just do the work and don't expect result. But which one? Because if we do normal karma, sakam karma, karmanyavadi karasthe, then the phal will be ma phaleshu kadachana. Krishna will be arranging a material phal. If one does a vikarma, then Krishna will arrange for a bad result. But if someone does a karma, which does not, a karma means no material reaction. That is what he is actually talking about. Karmanyavadi karaste. Do that, because anyway material result will anyway come, whether ask or not, because the activity has been done. So in this shloka, Krishna tells one who sees inaction in action. So one who sees akarma in karma, meaning if I am doing a karma, a sense gratificatory work I am doing, but if I do it in such a way that it becomes a karma, meaning I offer it to Krishna, then I will be in a transcendental position. That is seeing inaction in action. Now seeing action in inaction, meaning if I am doing inaction, already I am doing devotional service, then that becomes my action, that becomes my sense gratificatory is also that only. Basically, it becomes akarma. That person who does like this basically means a person who does a karma work is in a transcendental position. So we will pause here. We can discuss a little bit, get some juice out of it. Any question, clarification, corrections?
Prabhu, can you give it as an example?
Okay. So
especially Prabhu in action one.
okay.
How the action is there in action.
Okay, so I will now ignore the word brackets one because there are too many words, then it becomes confusing. One who sees inaction in action. Action will give me material result. Inaction will not give me material result. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I am doing action, meaning I am doing a material work. But I am seeing it as inaction, meaning I may be doing a sense gratificatory thing, but I am doing it in a Krishna conscious way. So therefore, that sense gratificatory action gets converted into inaction. For example, eating food. I am eating food because I like rajma chawal very much. Okay, now I like it and my senses are craving for it. That if I do, we'll take one more example. That is a sense gratificatory object, work, which can have a material response to it. But now I offer it to Krishna and then I have it. Now it has become inaction. Let me do another one. I am going to office every day for job. And my desire is that I should get a big car for my sense gratification. I should buy gold chain for my sense gratification. I should buy a big villa for my sense gratification. If I do it this way with this consciousness action, go to office and with this consciousness I do, whatever reward Krishna will give me as salary, it will bind me into all the sense gratificatory things, and it will remain as a sakam karm, and I will be having a bondage to the result. Now, same office I am going. Morning I say, Krishna, you created this world, this is your job. You have sent all my seniors, juniors, and peers. You are giving me the conveyance to go there. Therefore, the salary also I am getting is being given by you, which is a prasad. And with this prasad, I will use it for using it for my for family, which is your ansh, and I am also your ansh. So I am using this prasad for the for all the family, which is your part and parcel. Now the same going to office and getting salary has converted from action to inaction.
Prabhu, can I ask?
Of course. This is
here?
yes.
Because you had given example, very material, and we all are in a material world, and we all are engaged with so many people, and we inspire, from the other success.
Yes.
We inspire from the others' progress.
Yes. We should.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is that okay to have that kind of competition? Oh, I wish today I have, let's say, Toyota, and oh, I wish I should also have Bentley. So, is this wrong, Prabhu? I mean, how would you, or how Srila Prabhupada has defined it?
He is very clear. Prabhupada is very
Have,
clear. See, once what happened, just jokingly I am telling, Arjun raised a purchase order for 100,000 chariots. And that purchase order went to Krishna for approval. So Krishna signed it and it went ahead, and he bought 100,000 chariots. So somebody asked Krishna that how come he is amassing wealth? He doesn't need that much. He only 5 chariots were sufficient. He is buying 100,000. Why is he becoming so opulent? Krishna said, you can buy as many chariots as you want, but I should be sitting in it. So Arjun,
okay, so having a desire is not.
Nobody can give desire as per Prabhupada. You would have heard Prabhupada saying that even microphone I am using it for Krishna consciousness. Everything you use, no problem. Desire will be there. Nobody can remove desire. Prabhupada has concluded it. Only thing is it has to be converted from material to spiritual. So what will happen is what I have read from scriptures is that initially that desire will be actually for sense gratification, but when Krishna sits in the Bentley, next time the Bentley will automatically come. We will not ask actually, because he will give what he feels is best. See, the Pandavas wanted only 5 villages. He went there with this proposal, give my people only 5 villages. But inside, he told Arjun, don't accept this. Isn't it? If he would have accepted, he would be the king. But he inside he told, don't accept. He didn't accept. Why? Because he wanted all the opulence to go to the Pandavas. They were satisfied. Devotees are satisfied, but they are sometimes forced. You must have it. Ambarish Maharaj. He is standing and waiting for Durvasa Rishi. Do you know I think how many years I don't remember. I think for full 1 year I think he waited, if I am not mistaken. Because after Sudarshan Chakra was, his demon was made by Durvasa. Actually Ambarish Maharaj didn't know that already in his backyard the Sudarshan Chakra is waiting to secure him. It came out of nowhere, and then Durvasa Rishi ran. But he waited for 1 year. He didn't say, okay, chalo bhala tali, Durvasa Rishi has gone, Sudarshan Chakra is chasing, let's have prasad, breakfast. No, he extended his Ekadashi for 1 more year. These are devotees. And he is the universe king. Opulence does not stay simple. Na? Ravan wanted to become Shriman. but he wanted to become Shriman by stealing Shri. If you have Shriman, then Shri automatically is there with Shriman, with the man. Oh, it's gone. Okay, again. Hare Krishna. Okay, I'll share the content. Hare Krishna. So, Mataji, is it okay?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
So, Prabhuji, I also have one more question. The first part is clear, Prabhuji, that who sees inaction.
Wonderful.
Right? So, Prabhuji, for the second part, who is seeing action in inaction. So,
yes, it is a tongue twister. Yes, it is. See, everything has a rust in it. Very good point. So now you see what happens. If somebody is doing devotional service, going to the office with the objective of getting the prasad from office and serving the devotees who are Mame Vanshua's family members, that person is already doing inaction. Correct?
yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
That becomes his action also. Meaning that one can see it as action, but actually it is inaction. So the person who's doing inaction, if somebody asks, what is your